I'm not kidding when I say the Riddler went off last night with like 12 different tweets, so we're gonna cover them all in this video. Let's not waste any time. First things first, there's a lot of speculation about when we were getting the next bit of Pokemon news. Samus Hunter actually put out a poll today regarding that topic, and it just so happened that they timed their poll last month with the, right before the release of the next trailer. So I really do think over the next few days, there's a really high possibility that we get a trailer. If not this week, most likely next week. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna be this week. And again, I will be away on paternity leave. I'm still not away. Things change quickly, but everything's good. So I'll be gone soon. So yeah, I would expect news pretty much any day. Now diving into the Riddler's tweets, the first thing he posts out is this image here that says, Titan gym leader types 40%. Now just a reminder, Titan is the code name for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And it's 40% of the gym leader types, and he posts a picture with Brock, Misty, Surge, Erica, Koga, Janine, Sabrina, Blaine, and then you've got, of course, your rival and the Rocket admin Giovanni. So he's saying that 40% of these types, or 4 out of 10 of these types, are going to be utilized as gym leader types. He then goes on to make another post saying gym leader types 50%, and it happens to be the gold and silver leaders. You have Falconer and Bugsy and Whitney and Morty, Chuck, Jasmine, Price, and Claire. And it dawned on me that the gym leaders in Gen 1 and Gen 2 all have different types. I never really realized that before, at least in regards to these people here. So saying that 50% of these are gonna make it. So 4 out of the 10 from Gen 1, 4 out of the 8, 50%, from Gen 2 are gonna make up your 8 gym leader types, essentially. That doesn't really give us any sort of definitive answers, but he does go on to say that for the Elite Four types, all are repeated types, so you could rule out 4. And what that means is he's saying that in terms of the Elite Four, these types have already been used in the Elite Four. So we've already seen, there's a Bug type Elite Four member Aaron, there's a Dragon type Elite Four member Claire, or Drake. So there's a handful of different Lance. I don't know who's who anymore. I think Drake is one too. So he's saying that, you could rule some things out. So maybe with a process of elimination, you could potentially narrow this down and get a little bit more insight into what those 8 gym leaders are and kind of what they have going on, what types they are. At this point, I think it's still a little up in the air. I don't think we can really gather enough information to nail down the gym leader types. He then goes on to make a post, says male, 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 female, 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 male, male, female, female, and says don't get tricked up. There's a little teaser in here, not really giving us a ton of information, but he does go on to say that later this month, they're going to tease the champion in a response to CRTF Zod saying, I'll tease him/her later this month. So we're gonna find out who the champion is, or at least some information about them later on. So a little bit of information about gym leaders, a little bit of information about the champion. We'll have to see what that turns into. But again, maybe someone else can decipher this a little bit better than I can, but at this point, it's just, half of these, 40% of the other ones. It's interesting that both Koga and Janine are on there. They both have the same type, at least in terms of Gen 1, but I don't think we're gonna really decipher too much from that at this moment in time. The Riddler then goes on to say that the region name, I've already told you in my own mood and in my culture. So basically indicating, hey, I've already kind of teased this a bunch and no one figured it out. But it's hard for us to know because where was that hidden? What was that pushed into? Some people are thinking that there was a riddle where he was singing some music, some different songs and things like that. Maybe that had something to do with it. We're gonna take a look at Soul Silver's tweets at the end of the video and maybe we'll have some insight there. They also say that the official trailer #1 also teased a female gym leader. Although I never mentioned or teased her before, she's one of the best Titan waifus. Could you scout the official clue out of trailer 1? So we'll have to wait and see. Official clue. So he then goes on to say, I thought this was really interesting, another post saying that, do you mind the official Pokemon company being Riddlers themselves with trailer 1 and 2? Saying there's a lot of riddles, there's a lot of secrets in these first 2 trailers, and we just don't know what they are yet because we only know one half of it. And it maybe doesn't make a lot of sense, but then down the road it's gonna make so much sense. Like, for example, the spinning clock in the first trailer. Maybe that's in reference to a clock Pokemon. The, piles of gold. Maybe that's in reference to a coin object Pokemon. There's a handful of different things like that. And again, we're gonna look at Soul Silver's breakdown here at the end of the video. He also talks a little bit about the different gimmicks. Says, to make it clear, one of the gimmicks used in Gen 9 was teased. Nearly all of the important NPCs will use it in-game. The other one is the so-called new concept, which will also influence battles some way. Our fake or regional fake is also another new concept, but more like the official teased memes. So what the Riddler is saying here is that there are going to be more than one gimmick. It's not just, oh, here's Dynamax, this is the game. There's going to be a lot of things. In fact, we're expecting there to be a handful of different things, from regional forms, regional fakes. There's a theory that there's going to be racing in the game, like you're going to be able to race around like the Drifloons that you could do in Pokemon Legends Arceus. There's the thoughts that there's going to be some sort of a new battle mechanic. And I, for one, am actually really excited to hear that whatever this new gimmick is, whether it's type changing, third type, whatever it is, right? It's going to be used by the important trainers, the important NPCs. Your gym leaders, your rivals are going to utilize this mechanic. Because if you remember some of the past mechanics, they weren't really utilized. Like, yeah, you have Dynamax in Sword and Shield, and the gym leaders use that. And when you think back to like X and Y and ORAS, the gym leaders didn't use Mega Evolution. They weren't busting out Z moves in the Totem Trials, right? Like, it wasn't really interweaved into the story, whereas this seems like whatever that gimmick is, one of them anyway, that's related to the main game, that's something that I think will be pretty big. And I feel like if there's 4 gimmicks as we see here, right? I think one of them could come in the news this week. He says the flag thing is a new system, though I haven't teased anything about it. You can also guess how many types that thing is gonna have. Again, a lot of thoughts about the number 5. The different logos and symbolism of the game kind of indicate there could be 5 forms for Koraidon and Miraidon, the legendaries. So again, we're kind of pulling at straws here. Not a lot of concrete stuff, but the reality of it is there's a lot of theories around. 1, there's a new battle mechanic. 2, there's maybe another mechanic. You got the racing. As 3, you've got, you know, the fact that you got these new regional fakes and much, much more. And then obviously this is going to be an open world game. And he says, you know, an open world game needs to involve tons of new systems, gimmicks, concepts, and other things to do. Or play what? Do you mind the official Pokemon company being Riddlers themselves? So saying, listen, this is a true open world experience. This is what we've been waiting for so long. They can't just say, oh, here's Dynamax, have fun, right? Or the new Dynamax, right? They got to put a lot of things in there. This is truly their open world experience. And it's an exciting time to be a Pokemon fan, because who knows what this could actually mean. This could be an incredible game. I'm very excited about the prospect of potentially being able to take on the gyms in different orders or kind of play the game however I want. The amount of replayability that can come from that would be absolutely insane. So we'll take a look at Soul Silver's perspective. I love Soul Silver art, our leak analyst on Twitter. This dude's always on top of things, providing a really in-depth look on these different takes. So I'll kind of summarize. I already kind of summarized my own thoughts a little bit, but saying that, you know, there's going to be 4 features: the main region gimmick, another battle gimmick, regional fakes, racing system, and there's also potential old regional forms, boss trials, camp equivalent, 100+ Pokemon, 4-player co-op, open world, and much, much more. Regarding Ku talking about the fact that maybe the gym leader was teased already in the first one, we have this spiderweb image that we really don't know what it is yet, of this, like, what looks to me like a gecko on a spiderweb, or maybe an upside down chariot on a spiderweb. I don't know, maybe it's a wormhole. But that could be a tease to one of the gym leaders. Maybe not, maybe it's their logo, I don't know. Then talks about the region name, saying, I'm convinced PDY is the region name. He said he already told us, though I thought it was a new character for Character Month, but he's only teased 2 so far, and this isn't it. So he breaks it down, how PDY, which we talked about maybe being payday or something like that, could be a hint towards what the region name is. We talked a little bit about kind of some of the gym leader types and stuff like that. I don't think we're gonna get anywhere without kind of guessing at this point, but we'll have to wait and see. And then there's some talks about the different racing mini games and so on and so forth. But again, nothing too like set in stone, right? Just a lot of theories and ideas. Nonetheless, though, the Riddler put out a lot of information today, and I think it puts at least a little bit more in the direction of what we could expect for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I wish we had some more concrete information, but now we just have a lot more riddles and a lot more confusion. But I think some of it's going to be answered soon. I really do think we're getting a trailer very, very soon. So stay tuned to the channel. Like I said, I'm going to have some of my friends take over for the week. If there is news, they're going to be covering it on my behalf, as I will be away on paternity leave. I thought that was going to be today, but like I said, things can change. Always good. It's all good. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. And that's it for me, guys. My name is Dan. I also go by A-Drive, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.